Well, hello there, and welcome. It's so lovely to have you joining me today. You know, I was talking to my good friend Margaret just the other morning over a cup of tea. We were reflecting on how the years seem to pick up speed, don't they? One minute you're chasing after toddlers, the next, well, sometimes just getting up from the sofa feels like a bit more of an effort than it used to. Margaret sighed and said, "You know, some days I just feel older, like things are creaking and slowing down faster than they should." And honestly, that got me thinking. How many of us feel that way sometimes? That maybe our bodies are telling us they're aging a little quicker than we'd like. That's exactly why we're here today. This isn't about dwelling on the negatives, not at all. It's about tuning in, listening to those little signals our bodies send us, and most importantly, knowing that we absolutely can do something about it. Think of it like your car's dashboard. A little warning light comes on, and you know to check the oil or put in some fuel. Our bodies give us warning lights too, signs that maybe things are speeding up under the hood in ways we can gently slow down and even reverse. It's never too late to feel more vibrant, more energetic, more like you. So, in our time together, we're going to explore 5 key warning signs that your body might be aging a bit faster than necessary. And for each one, we'll talk about simple, practical, doable steps you can start taking, maybe even today, to help turn things around. We're talking real, actionable things you can weave into your life without turning everything upside down. This isn't about running marathons tomorrow, unless you want to, of course. It's about smart, sustainable choices that add up. Now, let's dive into that first warning light that often flickers on. Have you ever had a day where you feel like your get-up-and-go got up and went, and didn't come back? I'm not just talking about feeling a bit tired after a busy day. Gardening or visiting the grandkids, that's normal and even satisfying. I'm talking about that deep, persistent fatigue that seems to cling to you even after a decent night's sleep. You wake up feeling like you barely rested, dragging yourself through the morning, longing for that afternoon nap, not just as a treat, but as a necessity. That overwhelming sense that your energy reserves are perpetually running on empty. That's our warning sign number 1. Crushing fatigue that just won't quit. This kind of exhaustion isn't just feeling your age. It's often a sign that your body's little energy powerhouses called mitochondria might be getting a bit sluggish. Think of them like tiny batteries in every cell. As we get older, they can naturally become less efficient, but certain things like chronic stress, not moving enough, or even subtle nutrient gaps can really put the brakes on them. The result? You feel constantly drained. So, how do we recharge those batteries? The good news is we can give them a real boost. One of the simplest yet most powerful things is hydration. It sounds almost too basic, doesn't it? But many of us simply don't drink enough water, especially as our sense of thirst can become a little less sharp over the years. Dehydration is a major energy zapper. Try keeping a glass or a bottle of water nearby throughout the day. Sip, don't gulp. Maybe add a slice of lemon or a cucumber for a little flavor. If plain water feels boring, aim for your urine to be a light straw color. That's a good indicator. You might be surprised how much more alert you feel just from this one change. Next, let's talk about gentle movement. I know, when you're bone tired, the last thing you feel like doing is moving. But hear me out. We're not talking about running laps or lifting heavy weights, unless you enjoy that. We're talking about getting the blood flowing gently. Something as simple as a 10-minute stroll around your garden or down the street. Some very gentle stretching while you watch the morning news. Or even just standing up and sitting down in your chair a few times every hour. This kind of movement signals your body to produce more of those mitochondria, those little energy factories, and helps deliver oxygen and nutrients more efficiently. It wakes your whole system up. Start small, be consistent, and notice the difference it makes to that heavy fatigue. And finally, for energy, let's not forget about protein. Including a good source of protein with each meal and snack helps stabilize your blood sugar and provide sustained energy. Unlike sugary snacks that give you a quick spike followed by a crash, think an egg with breakfast, some chicken or fish with lunch, a handful of nuts, or a small tub of yogurt for a snack. It helps build and repair tissues too, which is always a bonus. Speaking of moving gently, that brings us naturally to warning sign number 2, stiffness that sets in like concrete. Do you ever feel like you rustle a bit when you first get out of bed in the morning? Or maybe after sitting for a while watching a favorite show, standing up involves a few groans and creaks. That feeling of joints being stiff, maybe a bit achy, moving like they need oiling. While a little stiffness can be normal, excessive stiffness that makes everyday movements difficult or limits. What you want to do is a sign that flexibility in joint health needs some attention. It's often linked to inflammation, lack of movement, or even how we sleep. The reversal here is beautifully straightforward. Move those joints regularly, but kindly. Consistency is key, far more important than intensity. Think of it like maintaining a well-oiled hinge. Daily gentle movement keeps the synovial fluid, the body's natural joint lubricant, flowing and helps maintain the range of motion in your joints. Focus on smooth, flowing motions. Gentle yoga, tai chi, or even just dedicated stretching sessions at home are fantastic. Don't push into pain. Just move to the point of feeling a gentle stretch and hold it comfortably. Pay special attention to areas that feel particularly tight: shoulders, hips, knees, and your spine. Even just rolling your shoulders slowly forwards and backwards a few times every hour, or gently turning your head side to side while sitting, makes a difference. It's about keeping things mobile. Another powerful tool against stiffness is paying attention to your posture, especially while sleeping. If you wake up feeling like you've been in a wrestling match, your pillow or mattress might be working against you. If you're a side sleeper, ensure your pillow supports your head and neck, so your spine stays relatively straight, not cranked up or down. Placing a pillow between your knees can also align your hips beautifully and take pressure off your lower back. Back sleepers might benefit from a pillow under their knees. It's worth experimenting or even chatting with a physiotherapist to find what works best for your body. Proper sleep posture means less strain and less morning stiffness. And here is a delicious way to fight stiffness from the inside. Embrace anti-inflammatory foods. Think about adding vibrant colors to your plate. Those deep reds, oranges, purples, and greens aren't just pretty. They're packed with antioxidants and compounds that help calm inflammation. Berries frozen are great too. Cherries, dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, bright orange sweet potatoes and carrots, fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, rich in omega-3 south, nuts like walnuts and almonds, and even spices like turmeric. Try it with a pinch of black pepper to help absorption, and ginger. It's about crowding out the processed foods and sugars that can sometimes fuel inflammation and making these colorful whole foods the stars of your meals. Every bite helps soothe those creaky joints. Now, we've covered 2 really important warning signs today: that deep, unrelenting fatigue and the stiffness that can slow us down. Just implementing those simple steps around hydration, gentle movement, protein for energy, regular mobility, sleep posture, and colorful foods can start making a noticeable difference in how you feel day to day. It's about giving your body the support it needs to function at its best. Remember, this isn't about drastic changes overnight. It's about small, consistent shifts that add up to feeling more vibrant and flexible. So, you're starting to recharge those batteries and oil those hinges, feeling a bit more energy and moving a little easier. That's wonderful. But our bodies send us other signals too, sometimes whispering, sometimes getting a bit louder, about how things are going under the surface. Things like how clearly we think and remember, or how our metabolism seems to be handling things. Let's keep listening, because understanding these signs is the first step towards taking gentle, powerful action to feel truly well. It feels good, doesn't it? Starting to feel those little sparks of energy returning, moving with just a bit more ease. It makes such a difference in how we approach the day. Now, let's tune into another signal our bodies often send. One that can be a little unsettling when it happens. That feeling like your thoughts are moving through molasses. You walk into a room and, poof! What did you come in here for? Or maybe you find yourself searching for a word that's right on the tip of your tongue, but it just won't come. Perhaps concentrating on a favorite book or following a recipe feels more challenging than it used to. This mental haze, this warning sign number 3. Brain fog and forgetfulness that feels frustrating, isn't just senior moments to brush off. While occasional forgetfulness is perfectly normal, persistent brain fog can signal that our cognitive health needs a little proactive TLC. Think of your brain like a magnificent, intricate garden. For it to thrive, it needs good nourishment, regular tending, and plenty of rich connections. When we feel foggy, it's often because some of these essential elements might be lacking. The fantastic news: we can actively nurture our brain garden. One of the most powerful fertilizers is quality sleep. We touched on sleep posture for stiffness, but the depth and quality of sleep are absolutely crucial for clearing out the day's mental clutter and consolidating memories. If you're waking frequently or not feeling rested, talk to your doctor. Simple habits like keeping a consistent sleep schedule, making your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet, and winding down for an hour before bed, maybe with a book instead of a bright screen, can work wonders. Think of deep sleep as your brain's nightly cleaning crew, sweeping away the cobwebs. Next, let's talk about feeding that brilliant brain. Just like your joints, your brain thrives on anti-inflammatory, nutrient-dense foods. But it has some particular favorites. Focus on getting plenty of omega-3 fatty acids. These are like premium oil for your brain's intricate machinery, found abundantly in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. If fish isn't your thing, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are good plant sources. Don't forget the B vitamins, especially B6, B12, and folate, which are vital for nerve function and energy production in the brain. You'll find them in leafy greens, eggs, legumes, and fortified cereals. Check the label and embrace those antioxidant powerhouses. Berries. Blueberries are superstars. Dark chocolate in moderation, and colorful vegetables protect brain cells from damage. It's about giving your brain the premium fuel it deserves. But a garden also needs activity to stay vibrant. Challenging your brain regularly is like giving it a workout. It builds new connections and strengthens existing ones. This doesn't mean stressful puzzles if that's not your thing. It means engaging in activities that make you think in slightly new ways. Learn a few phrases of a new language using a free app while you have your morning coffee. Try a different route on your walk. Pick up a new craft or revisit an old hobby that requires focus, like knitting, painting, or even gardening planning. Read a book in a genre you don't usually choose. Have deep conversations with friends or family. Even something as simple as brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand can fire up new neural pathways. The key is novelty and engagement, keeping your brain curious and active. Now, let's shift gears slightly to something else many of us notice as the years go by: changes in how our body handles food and weight. You might feel like you're eating pretty much the same as always, but suddenly, your favorite jeans feel a bit snugger around the middle, or the number on the scale seems to creep up despite your best efforts. Or perhaps you feel hungrier more often, or find sugary snacks give you a quick boost but leave you crashing soon after. This warning sign number 4. A sluggish metabolism and stubborn weight gain, especially around the middle, is incredibly common. But it's not an inevitable sentence. It's often linked to subtle shifts in hormones like insulin sensitivity, and something crucial we start to lose if we don't actively preserve it: muscle mass. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. It burns more calories even at rest than fat tissue does. As we age, we naturally tend to lose some muscle if we aren't actively working to maintain it, a process called sarcopenia. Less muscle means a slower resting metabolism. Combine that with potential hormonal shifts, and weight can become harder to manage, often settling around the abdomen, which is linked to higher health risks. So, how do we gently stoke that metabolic fire? The answer isn't drastic dieting, but smart, sustainable strategies. First and foremost, prioritize protein. We talked about protein for energy earlier, but it's absolutely essential for preserving and building muscle too. Aim to include a good source of protein with every meal and snack. This helps maintain muscle mass, keeps you feeling fuller longer, curbing those cravings, and actually requires slightly more energy for your body to digest compared to fats or carbs. Think beyond just dinner. Have Greek yogurt with berries for breakfast. Add some chicken or lentils to your lunch salad. Enjoy a hard-boiled egg or a small handful of almonds as an afternoon snack. Spread it out throughout the day for maximum benefit. The second critical piece is gentle strength training. Now, don't let that phrase intimidate you. We are not talking about grunting in a gym or lifting massive weights. We're talking about simple, safe exercises that challenge your muscles just enough to tell them, hey, we still need you. This is key for preserving that precious muscle mass and boosting metabolism. Start with body weight exercises. Sit down in a sturdy chair and stand up again smoothly, focusing on using your legs and core. That's a squat. Hold on to the back of the chair and lift one leg slowly backwards, then the other. That works your glutes. Do seated leg lifts. Use light resistance bands. They come in various strengths. For arm exercises like bicep curls or overhead presses, even carrying your groceries safely without overdoing it counts. Aim for just 15 to 20 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. The goal is to feel your muscles working, not pain. Consistency here is transformative for your metabolism and overall strength. Consider consulting a physiotherapist or a certified trainer familiar with seniors for personalized guidance to start safely. And finally, be mindful of sneaky sugars and refined carbs. That muffin with your tea, the white bread sandwich, the sugary cereal, these can cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, leaving you hungry and tired and contributing to that stubborn belly fat. Focus on complex carbohydrates that release energy slowly. Whole grains like oats, brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread. Starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes and squash. And plenty of fiber from beans, lentils, fruits, and vegetables. Pairing these carbs with protein and healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, nuts, further helps stabilize blood sugar and keeps you satisfied. So, we've gently lifted some of that mental fog by nurturing our sleep, feeding our brains, and keeping them active. And we've started the important work of stoking our metabolism by fueling our muscles with protein and giving them the gentle strength work they crave to keep us strong and our energy steady. These aren't quick fixes, but steady, caring investments in feeling more vital and in control. It's amazing how interconnected our body's signals are, isn't it? The energy, the flexibility, the clear thinking, the steady metabolism, they all work together. And there's one more very visible sign, one that often speaks volumes about what's happening inside, that we can absolutely nurture back to a healthier, more vibrant state. It's about how our outer glow reflects our inner health. Isn't it fascinating how everything connects? Feeling more energetic helps us move more easily. Moving more helps clear our minds. A clear mind helps us make nourishing choices that fuel our metabolism and strengthen our bodies. It's a beautiful circle of well-being. And just like that inner vitality shows up in our energy and our movements, it also shines through in something we see every day in the mirror, our skin and hair. This brings us to our fifth warning sign: skin that's lost its spring and hair that feels lackluster. Now, we all expect a few more laugh lines, a little more silver in our hair. Those are badges of a life well lived. But sometimes, we notice changes that feel less like gentle weathering and more like our bodies. Vitality isn't reflecting outwards as brightly as we'd like. Maybe your skin feels noticeably thinner, drier, or more fragile than it used to. Bruising more perhaps it's lost some of that healthy plumpness and bounce. Or your hair feels thinner, more brittle, or loses its shine much faster. These aren't just cosmetic concerns. They can be outward signals that our body's building blocks, like collagen and elastin, need some extra support, or that our hydration and circulation need a boost. Reversing this sign is about nourishing ourselves deeply, inside and out. Let's start with the foundation: hydration, from the inside out. We talked about water for energy, but it's absolutely essential for plump, resilient skin and healthy hair follicles too. Think of your skin cells like little grapes. Without enough water, they shrivel into raisins. Keep sipping throughout the day, and let's boost that hydration power with healthy fats. These are the building blocks for your skin's natural oil barrier and help keep it supple. Focus on sources like avocados, lovely on toast or in a salad. Olive oil, drizzle it generously. Fatty fish, our friend salmon again. Nuts and seeds. These fats also help your body absorb vital skin-loving vitamins. Next, let's feed that collagen factory. Collagen is the protein that gives skin its structure and bounce. Our bodies make less of it as we age, but we can support the process. Vitamin C is absolutely crucial. It's essential for collagen production. Load up on colorful bell peppers, especially red and yellow. Citrus fruits, like oranges and grapefruit, strawberries, kiwi, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. Protein, once again, is vital here too. Collagen is made from amino acids found in protein-rich foods. Bone broth is a traditional source, but lean meats, poultry, fish, eggs, beans, and lentils all contribute the raw materials. Think of your plate as a collagen-building workshop. And don't forget the power of gentle care on the outside. Harsh soaps and scalding water can strip your skin's natural oils. Opt for mild, fragrance-free cleansers and lukewarm water. After bathing, while your skin is still slightly damp, lock in that moisture with a rich, simple moisturizer. Look for ingredients like hyaluronic acid, a hydration magnet, ceramides, which support the skin barrier, or shea butter. For your scalp and hair, a gentle massage while washing or conditioning can stimulate blood flow. Be kind, avoid tight hairstyles that pull, and protect your hair and skin from too much sun with hats and clothing. Little daily TLC makes a big difference in how your outer glow reflects your inner health. So, we've journeyed through these 5 important warning signs together. That crushing fatigue that saps your zest, countered by hydration, gentle movement, and good protein. The stiffness that makes moving feel harder, eased by regular mobility, good sleep posture, and anti-inflammatory foods. The brain fog and forgetfulness that can be frustrating, lifted by prioritizing deep sleep, feeding your brain with omega-3s south, B vitamins, and antioxidants, and keeping it active and curious. The sluggish metabolism and stubborn weight gain, gently stoked by prioritizing protein, embracing simple strength training, and choosing complex carbs over sugary, refined ones. And finally, skin and hair losing their vitality, nourished back by deep hydration inside and out, healthy fats, collagen-supporting vitamin C and protein, and gentle external care. Now, looking at that list, it might seem like a lot. Please, hear this. This is not about doing everything perfectly all at once. That's a sure path to feeling overwhelmed. The magic is in the small, consistent steps. The power is in starting. Pick just one thing that resonates with you right now. Maybe it's simply drinking 1 extra glass of water each morning. Maybe it's adding a handful of berries to your breakfast. Perhaps it's trying that chair stand exercise twice today. Or maybe it's swapping your afternoon biscuit for a few walnuts and an apple. Start with one small, manageable change. Celebrate doing it. When that feels comfortable, perhaps add another tiny step. It's these small shifts practiced consistently that weave together to create profound changes in how you feel. Your body is remarkably responsive to care and nourishment, no matter your age. It's never too late to support it and feel more vibrant. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What was one little aha moment for you today? What's one small step you feel inspired to try? Or maybe you've already found something that works wonders for your energy or flexibility. Please share it. Your experiences and tips can be such a wonderful source of support and inspiration for everyone here. We're all learning and growing together. If you found this chat helpful, if it gave you a bit of hope or a practical idea, please do give this video a thumbs up. It really helps others find this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting that little notification bell. We have so many more gentle, practical conversations planned about staying active, keeping your mind sharp, nurturing your spirit, and truly thriving in these wonderful years. I'd be honored to have you join our community. Remember, my friend, aging is a natural, beautiful part of life's journey. But feeling old before your time, that's optional. You have so much more power than you might realize to influence how you feel, right down to your cells. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and keep choosing to nourish your incredible body and spirit. Here's to embracing your wisdom, your strength, your resilience, and here's to feeling vibrantly, wonderfully you, at every single age. Go gently, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.